It's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. It is our mission to try to bring you some news you could use. Today would be no exception to that rule. You can follow me on Twitter, aka now as X, at the Mike Prince Show. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can always visit the website that features our 24-hour stream at obnradio.com. And just in case you have one of those smart devices, all you have to do is say, hey, play the latest episode of the Mike Prince Show. And just like that, you'll have everything that you need. And with all that being established, let us jump right into today's episode. Well, a story broke out late yesterday evening that JSU is doing everything that they can to secure the keeping of Ashley Robinson. We'll see how all of this comes out and about. Meanwhile, those that believe the report developing from PV Nation are saying it's just a matter of time. And we'll see exactly how all of this comes out to be. And speaking of a matter of time, we told you earlier throughout the course of the week that we are somewhat behind on some dedicated shows, and we're going to try to get back on course today with today's episode of Mark Frederick, offensive coordinator for the Prairie A&M University Panthers, as he gets ready to address the PV Nation attack for 2023. We know the Panthers were selected as number 5 in the West, and it's got some of PV Nation in an uproar. We'll have some more stories in relation to that coming up real soon, in particular on the Zone this weekend, Saturday, starting at 9 a.m. So be sure to check that out by subscribing to the YouTube channel to get the latest episode of that, or you can go visit the website and listen to the 24-hour stream. Meanwhile, we're going to transition and hear from Mark Frederick, offensive coordinator for the Prairie A&M University Panthers, in today's episode. And welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, here with you. We have on the phone line today the other dynamic trio member of the Prairie A&M University Panthers, and that is none other than offensive coordinator Mark Frederick. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing great. How about you, Mr. Prince?
Well, I dare not complain at all, man. Look, it's almost time for the real deal to hit, man, after this SWAC Media Day. No more time for projections and all this. Is just time to let's go get it done. And I know you guys are fired up since we last spoke on the wrap-up after the spring session.
Definitely, man, definitely. You know how they say, you can smell it in the air. It's almost here. It's that time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, look, Coach, there are a lot of moving parts that you've added since we last got together. And I want to get right into the nitty-gritty of things. Give us an update of what your rooms are looking like. And I know you guys are not going to go into your depth chart. We didn't went through that before. But at least give us some of the new additions that you may have added on since we last got together.
Well, definitely, man. A big addition in the spring was Caleb Johnson to the running back room. Kid played at Mississippi Valley. That was huge for us. And a big pickup for me in the quarterback room was Jaden Johnson. Kid played for Bobby Petrino up at Missouri State. I've been knowing him a long time. I think I was his first offer several years ago, kid out of Memphis. Got him in the boat. He's here. That's going to be big for us. And we added some more depth on the O-line, and we revamped the wide receiver room. So it's going to be a great year.
Okay, now when you're talking about revamping the wide receiver room, I was on record. I'm not saying you had anything to say, so I want people to hear me loud and clear. I thought that was really the missing piece from crossing that threshold, because you had guys that were getting open, but they couldn't hold on to the ball, especially in clutch times. Um, when you didn't throw it much, but when you threw it, you wanted to be able to execute. And so when you say that you've revamped that wide receiver room, I'm understanding from the reports we've gathered that these guys are a bit bigger, which is good, but the fact that they can hold on to the ball is even better. So I'm saying, or am I hearing that you've addressed both of those issues?
Definitely, definitely. We added some size in the room. Got two kids from California. One was there this spring. He went through spring ball with us. Savage, big body kid. Me personally, I think he's gonna have a great year this year. We added another piece, D'Agostino, and then we got a kid that been caused some trouble in the SWAC before. Brian Jenkins transferred into us. And our last edition, we got a kid from ULM. We picked him up. We got a big-time freshman coming in, kid from Beaumont down that way, Porsche. So that room is going to be highly competitive. We got Spiller coming back. We got the kid Bloomfield that was here last year. He's going to be here. We got Chris Simmons. Man, I'm excited for that room.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, and like you mentioned, your quarterback room is real stacked, too. I know you added Johnson. Then you had Travion is coming back.
Trey coming back.
Man, what are you going to do when you ain't got enough balls, Coach?
Well, they say competition bring out the best. So may the best man win, and we'll figure out a way to get everybody some.
Yes, sir. I know that's right. If you got to cut that thing up 8 ways, right?
There you go.
Okay. Well, see, right then, it creates a competition within that room. As you said, competition brings out the best. Guys know if they're going to have some limited touches, they better make them count each time they get that rock in their hand.
Better make them. Hey, they better make them count. I'm excited to see what Jaden brings to the room with Trayvon and C.J. Dumas. The tight end room is very stacked. Man, like an old chess player. Hey, I got some stuff to work with.
I know that's right. Now, Coach, Bubba was real high on the work ethic that Jenkins is bringing in. He has swag hours, as we like to claim here. He knows how to get it done. And as a matter of fact, he was on the spring team when A&M won that SWAC championship from the spring. So how valuable is his work ethic in helping change some of that culture of the wide receiver?
Well, one thing you can't knock is playing experience. If a guy that played and won the SWAC championship, you can't knock that. So he understands what it takes. He came in, he had some of the guys out there running routes and stuff, and I was like, whoa, his leadership, his understanding of the game is off the charts. So bringing that into that room to help those young guys grow and come along, and plus he a veteran, that's going to be huge, man. That's going to play a big role for us.
Okay, now the ones who are going to make all of this come together are the guys up front. Now you just said you added some beef up front, and when I'm saying beef, not only size but some strength and endurance to go with that. But all of this is coming together by a young man by the name of Kobe Lewis. Last time we spoke, he's still the anchor on that line, correct?
Man, Kobe Lewis is the veteran up there. Him, Arrington Taylor, Chance Jones, Eric Dunn, Allen Jones. Man, we returned 9 out of 10 O-linemen that played. The only person that we lost was Jordan Johnson. So, and then we was able to add some more depth to the O-line. We very excited. I'm just telling. We up to about 15 strong up front.
Okay. Now let me ask this question, Coach. When you have as much depth as you have right now, does that give you a shorter hook if the ones are not excelling the way you think they should? That you start sliding in, giving other guys opportunities?
Definitely. You got guys that can come in and play that have played in the game, so it's not like we just putting a guy in the fire that haven't been out there. We got guys that played key minutes, and we had the number one rushing offense. We gave up the fewest sacks in the SWAC, so we got some continuity up there up front, and the quarterbacks love it. So they know they'll be protected. The running backs excited. They think they'll get their holes opened up the way it needs to be. So the O-line coach is smiling from ear to ear right now.
I know that's right. Now, with this additional depth that you have, does it change your scheme at all, or is it going to be all systems go? If it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Let's not get too fancy, too cute. Let's just go out here and make sure that we execute.
Our biggest thing on offense is to take what the defense gives us. We don't try to force anything. If you give us the run, we're going to run the ball. If you give us the pass, we're going to throw it. I love to be balanced. The quarterbacks, they're excited. The receivers, they're excited. So we're going to air it out a little bit more. Definitely will. And if you give us the pass, if you load the box this year, you're in trouble. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Now, Coach, do you go by a script? You know, some coaches have 15 or 20 plays that they like to start off their first couple of downs of having the ball. And the reason I'm asking that, if you're using a script or not, what's the advantage of having a script, or even the disadvantage of having a script?
Well, it's things we work on all week. We watch the film, we see what we like to do, and we practice those things. And we write them on the board. If they work, we give them a green check. If they don't work, we draw a line through them. And we call it, I like to do the first 12. We call it 12 play.
Okay.
And I think, we was 9 out of 11 games scoring on our first drive last year.
Mm-hmm.
8 or 9 games we scored on the first drive that we touched the ball last year. So we was pretty efficient with that 12-play script. The quarterbacks, they're very involved with it. The coaches are very involved. It's things throughout the week that we work on. We say, hey, this should be good against them, so let's go with it.
Okay. Now, when you come to start the second half, do you have a script to start the second half, or do you just kind of add what has been working, what you're still struggling with, or you just going from the gut when you start the second half?
We go in, we make adjustments. All of the coaches, we talk, things that we saw, things that we think we can take advantage of. The players, they give us input, hey, coach, I think this is working. Hey, let's try this, or let's do this. And, we'll get some plays together, and we'll come back out. And, of course, depending on field position and stuff like that, certain plays you want to run. But overall, we go right back into the grind, man. We try to take advantage of things that they give us.
Okay. Now, each person has their own style and preference. When it comes to you, do you feel better being in the press box on the sideline when you're calling the plays?
Man, I've done both. To be honest with you, when I'm on the sideline, it's like I have a better feel for my players and for the game. When I'm up in the press box, I'm more calm. So, so it could go either way. But put it this way, having a veteran quarterback and some veteran guys, it'll be much easier to go up top.
Okay.
But with a younger guy, you want to be there with him. You want to try to help him through some situations. So I wouldn't, I would come on the field with a younger guy.
And then you can see that deer seeing the headlight in his eyes if the situation is too big. Yes, sir. So if I'm hearing you correctly, I'm not holding your feet to the fire on this. at least you're going to start the season out being up in the press box.
Yes, I've been in the press box.
Okay, because I would think you would have an advantage of seeing the entire play develop and everybody hitting their assignments from that viewpoint versus them being on the sideline.
Definitely, King. Being up top, man, it's a whole different deal, man. You can see everything. I love it up there. And again, you're away from everybody. It's quiet. It's just a little better concentration up top.
Yes, sir. And it gets you a rhythm of playing plays that you can see. Like if a strong or weak side linebacker is cheating or over committing one way to the other. Okay, this guy want to do this. Let's come back and hit him on this here. So I'm pretty much liking from that cat's eye view. I like to call it, or the bird's eye view, whichever you want to choose. Okay, now, Coach, I played a little game with Fosselman on defense, and we're going to play this game with you. And I almost hate to put you in the spot, man, but fair is fair, right? My quarterbacks will succeed if X player does his thing.
Well, the quarterback is a different position, so
yes, sir. Well, I tell you what, we'll 86 that. We'll 86 that. I ain't gonna put that kind of pressure on him. My receivers will do their thing if X player shows up.
The receiver's gonna do their thing if the O-line give us protection and the quarterback deliver.
Okay, and the quarterback deliver. We already know that your anchor is going to be Kobe on the line, Kobe Lewis. Who would you say your anchor is at receiver? And I guess we've already established that would be a transfer student, Jenkins, correct?
Yes. He probably got the most experience out of the group.
Okay.
Yep.
And when it comes to your running back room, just go ahead and entertain me.
Oh, man. Ahmad Antoine. I can't say enough about this kid from Carr High School. Man, he's a workhorse. Matter of fact, he earned it. He's going with Coach Bubba to SWAC Media Day. We got Ahmad Antoine. We got Caleb Johnson. Man, we got so many weapons back there. It's going to be unreal. We got Jamari Brooks. We got Connor Wisham. That room. We got a highly touted freshman coming in, Ronald Young. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be real. Trust me.
Well, all I want is guys to stay healthy, guys stay competitive, and guys stay grounded. Because if this thing is unfolding the way it's looking on paper, Coach, you're going to be a force to be reckoned with throughout the conference. And my measuring stick, and I might as well say it, I'm still bitter about the loss to Abilene Christian last year. I felt like we should have won that game. But, and I know it's way over with. We done played many games since then, but we let them off the hook. We can't let them off the hook at home. And I let them off the hook at home. And I'm looking for a productive, strong season from the Panthers this year.
Definitely, without a doubt, man. The guys been put in the work. We got more work to do. We're never satisfied, but we're gonna chip at the bit this year. We're gonna chip at the bit, and we got some unfinished business we need to take care of.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Now, when the dust has settled, there's always going to be a guy who's under the radar right now. And I just want you to give me one, Coach. Who do you think is going to have a breakout year on your offensive side of the ball this year?
He kind of had one his freshman year, but I expect more from him this year. A guy by the name of Trajan Spiller. I hope I'm saying it right. At wide receiver. He kind of flashed his freshman year later in the season. Had a breakout game against Bethune-Cookman his freshman year. Battled some injuries last year. Had a healthy spring. Showed me he could be the Spiller that I know he could be. I'm excited to see what he brings this year. Man, there's so many weapons on offense. So many weapons. I expect Antoine to have a big year. Caleb Johnson, Shamar Savage, Jaquan Bloomfield, Chris Simmons. Chris Simmons is a dark horse. Chris Simmons is a dark horse in that receiver room. Big body kid, physical, and can run. So,
and I know you say
I'm excited.
I know you say that you would take what the defense is going to give you. And I know you say you prefer to be balanced, but you don't mind throwing that ball, neither do you, Coach?
Hey, I love to see it fly. They calling themselves the air show. The quarterbacks and receivers, they've been putting in the work. All they talk is this air show. So, hey, as long as they're on the same page, everything's going to be all right.
Well, we're excited about it, man. And at the time of this recording, we are 40 days away from the 38th annual Labor Day Classic. And I'm going to remind you, just as I remind Coach Fosselman and just as I remind Coach Bubba, we're looking for this 9 in a row, Coach. And it's going to start with your script, your 12-play script, okay? And I'm not putting no pressure on you, but I'm putting a little pressure on you, Coach. You got to score, and score some more. Yeah, and make it happen, right?
That's the plan, man. That's the plan. That's all. That's the only thing on our mind right now. Texas up, Labor Day Classic.
That's right. Yes,
one game at a time, but that's the first one, so it's on.
Yes, sir. It's the first one that's going to be on from Houston, Texas. I believe it's a 7 p.m. kickoff, September the 2nd. And I don't have to build this up. I don't have to sell it. It just is what it is.
Right.
This is one of those rivals that in most cases, your rival game is saved for that final game of the season. But for Prairie View, Texas Southern, it just works better starting the season off. Don't ask me why. It's strange, but it works for Prairie View, Texas Southern.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Huge game. To be honest with you, that's a divisional game. So it's it got a lot riding on that game, on that first game.
Yes, sir.
So we'll be ready. We'll be ready.
Okay. Well, look, I'm counting on you, Coach, because I've been talking, Coach. I've been talking. Okay. And I've been speaking with confidence. Let's just say like that. And I can take it, but I don't want to take it, Coach, if that makes any sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
I do not. So look, like I said, I ain't putting no pressure on nobody, but I'm putting pressure on everybody. So we're going to put it like that. Well, Coach, I am looking forward to it, man, and I know we've talked about it. I just want confirmation that you'll still be available for us throughout the course of the season with our weekly reports on what we saw from in the box or on the sideline on how the offense is executing on the season. Can we still count on you for that, sir?
Definitely. Anytime you need me, I'm available.
Okay, well, look, I want to give you some closing thoughts and comments as we get ready to wrap this segment up, sir, and the floor is now yours.
Well, hey, like always, we want people to come out. We want y'all to support the Panthers, man, and get ready to enjoy a great season. If you haven't, go out, purchase your season ticket, and come enjoy the show.
Yes, sir. Now, Coach, I got to ask you this as we get ready to wrap up. We know that Coach nickname is Bubba. Fosselman's nickname is Rock. What's your nickname, Coach?
Man. My nickname is Forrest Gump. Me and you will have to talk about that one off the air.
Okay. All right, then. So when I say run, Forrest, run, we'll know what he's talking about. Well, look, Coach, we're going to end this segment so I can get this lowdown about why they call it you Forrest Gump. But he is Coach Mark Frederick of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers offensive coordinator. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And visit the website with our 24-hour stream at obnradio.com. So until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.